What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And this one I want to break down what's going on with SPY, Tesla, NVIDIA, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. I also want to let you guys know that the market is very manipulated and break down some very important things which are going to determine which way the market goes moving forward. Before I break things down all this information, let me just mention a couple of things. I'm firstly not a financial planner. And then don't forget about the Moomoo link. The offer ends very soon. Deposit $100 and you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 free stocks. Anyways, for SPY, we have some very, very interesting developments right now. We have close to 500,000 calls expiring and well over 1.2 million of these puts expiring with the 2.63 puts to call ratio and 518 being max pain. Now, because there's so many options expiring, the market makers are very, very tricky. They could be pulling a lot of traps right now. So I want to give you guys a warning about the bullish and the bearish case because SPY has been all over the place. This whole day it's been within like a 1 point range, going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth for most of the day. We did descend a little bit, but now we're trying to make our way back up. So it's pretty crazy, very choppy. They're making it really hard for people to hold 0 day to expiration options, and they're burning more and more of these premiums. Look at how many of these calls are out of the money. Look at how many puts are out of the money. They're trying to burn premiums. So there are two possibilities on SPY, and I want you guys to be open to both of these. Firstly, we have this possible head and shoulders like structure, right? We have a left shoulder here, we have a head, and we have a right shoulder. If this is truly a head and shoulders, we could be looking for SPY to lose 521. If we lose that, our next target is going to be 520. We're going to be taking this at very, very tight levels at a time because there's so much manipulation today. SPY is very tight. So if we lose that, yes, the head and shoulders will have a lot more merit if we lose 521 and we start sinking. But if this is a trap, okay, because the thing is, SPY is very choppy, it could be very difficult to read. If the market makers are trying to trap you and trick as many people as possible, they could pull off something that's very, very, very deceptive. Basically, this could be forming a flag right over here. And if we get a break from this yellow resistance right here, see this yellow line? Let me make this like white instead. I think it's going to be easier to distinguish the white resistance right here. Okay. See this resistance? If we get a break through this, they might try to push SPY to the all-time high and just hurt shorts. So there are two possibilities. Basically, this could be like a head and shoulders. If SPY continues to chomp around a bit, we end up losing like 521. We could come down to 520, just continue to shuffle and just trade like this for the remainder of the day, right? That's the first more bearish possibility. But if you're bullish, the market makers could pull a trick that's very, very deceptive. They want us all to think the market's going to drop. They gave us this head and shoulders pattern, right? Everyone thinks, oh, it's going to fall. They start shorting the market. Look at all these puts being bought. And what if they do a thing where we start pushing again and they make us break out of this flag and we start pushing back to the all-time high like this by the end of the day, right? That's another possibility, not a guarantee, and it's looking a little bit less likely looking at the current trend, but it is a possibility that they could pull off something very sketchy like that. So SPY is on a downtrend. It's in this range so far. Will we remain in this range and turn bearish if we lose 521 to sink to about 520? Are we going to just continue to trade sideways within the range? Are we about to get a breakout? If we do break through this, be open to the possibility that they could pull something very, very suspicious and just push this right back up to the all-time high. The market makers are very tricky, so just be open-minded to the possibility. I just want to give you guys a very important warning. All right, so for other stocks out there, we have Tesla. Tesla's been trying to push for 170. Watch 170's resistance. We could go a little higher to 171 to 172, this range right here between the 20 and 50 EMAs. But the issue with Tesla is this is downtrending. We got this big drop after the production news came out that they're cutting production in China. I said in my morning video, Tesla's going to try to rebound a bit. That's what's happening so far. Watch resistance. Can we go a little bit higher? It is possible. 170 is a tight level. Tesla's kind of choppy as well between 169 and 170. If we lose 169, watch 167.8 and then 165. I do think Tesla's going to shuffle a bit, but there is a possibility it tries to go a little higher if we get some kind of rejection. So just watch for that. Onto the QQQ, we're completely range bound. We have resistance at 446, support at 444. We came down to 444 as predicted. But now we're trying to make our way back up, and we're just stuck within this range. If we break 446, we could be pushing higher towards 447 plus. If we lose 444, we're going to be sinking back down lower. Overall, we're stuck in this range, so we'll have to see how it goes. The QQQ is still over there. For Aapl, we have this nice little divergence that formed. And I said in my morning video, Aapl might rebound to 172.5, if not 173.25 if we break past that, since we have some tight levels. Apple's trying to rebound a little bit, but it's testing resistance at 172.5. If we reject, watch support at 170.9, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think Apple's going to try to push a little bit higher. It might shuffle a lot, trade sideways, and maybe go a little higher. It is still fighting resistance right now at 172.5, so watch for that. And then additionally, we have the one and only notorious NVIDIA. NVIDIA showing strength. So what happened was we had a bearish structure, but we never lost, got a true break of a 908, and then we got bullish news. So a lot of tricky price action, a lot of manipulation. Because we got some bullish news on NVIDIA, this thing got a big bounce. And with that news, we're going to be looking for a target of about 940. If we keep going, there's still room for this to go higher. Watch support at 930. 925, 920, then 908. But overall, the structure is back to bullish on NVIDIA. Bullish news is helping this push towards 940, not looking bad whatsoever. For a couple more, if you guys are interested, we have Supermicro. Came down a bit as we were predicting, and then it actually got a nice bounce. I also said that there's this uptrend right here. I had this drawn out already, and you could see it's playing out very nicely. We'll be looking for a retest of 1,000 if we could break 970, basically 980 around that area. Coinbase, real quick, testing resistance right now at 260. If we do break this, I could see it go a little higher to about 262. And once that breaks, we could be looking for something else. But I just want to warn you that there is a head and shoulders on Coinbase. If this does play out, you want to see it basically lose 248. If we lose that, 240 is coming. Overall, it came down, but I was trying to rebound. So we'll see if this is a trap or not. If we want to invalidate this trap, we have to try to push higher. So watch and see if Coinbase kind of pops, then drops. Could try to push into the 260s and come back down. So just wait for that. It is trying to rebound a bit right now. So it could go a little higher before it turns. For Amazon, we have a head and shoulders like structure as well. If this does play out, we want to see Amazon basically lose 177.5 and actually hold below it, unlike what happened today. It actually got bought back up. If we lose 177 and hold below it, we could come all the way down towards 175. If we continue to hold above the 50 EMA, it could try to rebound to 179 plus. So overall, head and shoulders, but not looking that terrible. Meta is kind of selling off a bit, but we'll make sure we watch the support at our 50 EMA, which happens to be at about 504. If we lose that, 500 becomes a possibility. Otherwise, it's just very, very choppy. So a lot of stocks are very choppy, not really doing a whole lot. So with that being said, I want you guys to know that there's a lot of manipulation in the markets, okay? The market is tricky. It's designed to make you lose money, and those market makers may not have the best intentions, okay? That's my honest assessment. So on SPY, be open to the possibility that if we lose 521, we could sink. But if we hold above this support and we start pushing back up towards this resistance at this 522 area, right? It's not that far from us. It's only like 50 cents away because this is a very tight range. If the market makers pull it off and we start breaking past that, they could push us to the all-time high, even past it. It's going to be a huge piece of manipulation. Once again, trying to squeeze these shorts, trying to cause as much pain as possible. They're up to something. They're very, very mischievous. So we'll have to see how things go. With that being said, thank you for listening. Hopefully you guys are open-minded and you're going to be watching this carefully. Who knows what the market makers are going to pull off. Watch and see what they do. SPY is range bound for now, but we'll be watching to see if we make any big moves later on. Okay, so have a great day, guys. Take care, everyone. I'll see you guys in just a couple of hours. Thank you and peace out.